It's 4 o'clock. Let's do this. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Sofa Justice Warriors Live. I am Joe. It is Tuesday, which means PC games at the desk and no advertising and no trying to get people to actually watch this show. I want to relax. So, I'm going to play Minecraft again. Did this last week. We're doing it again because I love bridges. Our most loyal viewer asked me to. So she gets what she wants. Hello, Dancing Baloney. Back to the world. I think today I'm going to try to make the house nicer. I'm going to try to find some diamonds. I'm going to try to get some better tools. De-uglify my house is a huge priority. I hear a spider. Aha, there you are. Awesome. Got some thread. I can fish now if I want. Bridges is here. Hey, I was just saying, I'm doing this because you asked for it. I already have more audience than I had yesterday, and that was a stream I actually promoted and tried to get populated. Maybe people just have other things going on Monday. Bridges says thank you. You are quite welcome. Come on, you're here every week. How could I resist? I don't know why you'd find it interesting watching me do boring, repetitive tasks, but you asked for it, you got it. What just happened? Why did... the weirdest thing. There gotta be some new control that I'm hitting, but every once in a while I'm scrolling through my inventory and it swaps something out for something else. Casperin says, you're much quieter than previous times. Is it just me? No, let me fix it. How about now? I turned the volume down looking at the gain, and it looked too high, so I got nervous that I was coming too hot. Casperin says, better. Good. Let's all come together and watch a guy dig a hole. Dig a pretend hole. Yeah, now the game is too quiet. Well, the game, the only audio I'm using is from the microphone. So the game isn't really making any noise right now either. Aside from... Whoa. I've never heard that noise before. I should turn the game up a little. Okay, tell you what. There is your game audio. Something is moaning at me. Already 5 people here. It figures. Aggressive promotion yesterday got me nowhere. I think it's just the game choice. I don't think anybody gave half a shit about Metroid. But I wanted to prove I could beat it in 3 hours, and I totally did. And we're what, 1 minute into the stream? Yeah, I'm pretty happy. Of course, now I have to actually care and perform. I was all set to just go on autopilot. That's it for the Lapis? Just 2? Fine. Yeah, I don't know why you all showed up to watch a guy dig a pretend hole, but I'm happy you're all here. And unlike usual, none of those users is me, because I usually leave the stream on upstairs so I can run up and check the volume. But I'm just trusting you guys to tell me what's what. So if it says, you know, on your average week, until now, on your average week, if it said we had 3 people, we really only had 2. Alright, more iron. I'm hearing either water or lava. Minecraft is a game everyone loves. Anyone can play it, so some people may think this is more interesting. Yeah. I think you're right. It is still, like, if you go to Twitch and you just browse by game, it's still near the top of the list for, like, the most popular games. After just years and years and years. Even if you're watching someone dig a pretend hole. Yeah, yes. Maybe there's something soothing about it. It's like last week I made the Bob Ross comparison. I mean, he's granted he's crafting a beautiful painting, but it's mostly just watching somebody do a task and talking. Is that all I get? That is all I get. People paint along with Bob Ross. It's actually kind of different. Yeah, some people do. I'd wager, though, that the biggest audience for Bob Ross is people who really need to relax and people who are high. And there's overlap there. Dancing Baloney says, I watched part of the Metroid stream on YouTube. The game's aged pretty well. I think so, too. Though, that lack of a real password system, like the password system only working in so much as, yeah, you have all your stuff, but you need to fill up 5 life boxes at 5 hit points at a time. That was pretty, that makes modern conveniences like save states kind of a blessing. Oh, diamonds! Awesome. There we go. This opens some doors. I can now go to the Nether. Which maybe I'll do. And some gold. Sweet. Get some light in here. All right. That was productive. Geez, you're not even that far down yet. Did you even hit the bedrock? You're so lucky to find diamonds. I have found that at level 10... seeing on the y-axis here, that you got the X, Y, and Z-axis. Level 10 is where I find the most diamonds, so that's always where I dig to my mine. And then I branch mine so that I can see every possible brick. So go all the way down, move 3 over, go all the way down. I'm seeing every brick that's on levels 10 and 11. Okay. Actually, I did this all wrong. I did this backwards. Diamonds, then iron, then gold, then lapis, then redstone, then coal. Definitely gonna build a diamond pickaxe. It's weird that there was no achievement for that. Is it too early to start PolitiChat? Dancing Baloney says. Tell you what. I'll be right back. And then yes. Okay, sorry about that. It occurred to me, I grilled steak and I made French fries for dinner. Not the healthiest dinner I've ever had. And it occurred to me that I might have left the deep fryer plugged in, which could burn my house down. So, I had to go check. Oh, I lost my chat again. Bridges says, "What's PolitiChat?" Dancing Maloney says, "It's where we all increase our blood pressure to unsafe levels." And you're not wrong. It's just talking politics. Which is, you know, kind of what this show's for. So let's do it. What do you got for me, Baloney? What fresh new horror have we unleashed upon the world today? I know the healthcare bill. That awful, disastrous healthcare bill that's going to kick 22 million people off of their insurance. Looks like it's not going to pass. I believe Mitch McConnell today pulled it, basically, so that it wouldn't go to a vote. What was I doing? Oh, right. I need to build a bucket. Yahtzee. Also, the California Dems killed single payer. Yes, for now. But from what I understand, that bill had, in terms of, like, how to pay for it, TBD. So that bill wasn't going to pass anyway. We need a better bill that pays for itself. Or at least has a source of funding. I still think it can happen. I still think it can happen. I think that's where the debate's going. Which is good. That would have been seen as impossible even 10 years ago. Even talking about single payer. No, it is not full communism now. But, at least in this regard, we've started moving to the left a bit. Good Lord, this takes forever. Had not heard that it had funding problems. It didn't have funding, period. It was a bill that just... You get to the section on funding and just went, lol, what? So this was not a great bill, from what I understand. I haven't read it, nor would I be able to read it. Those things are so obtuse and they're written for lawyers. Bridges says, "I'm going to finish my drawing really quick. Be back in 20 minutes or something like that, okay? That is just fine. I encourage any artistic expression. Almost any artistic expression. Okay. Well. Very much do not want to fall in this pit of lava and lose all of my cool stuff. But I don't want to fill it in, because I like having a source of lava, because I like to use it to build lights and stuff. Okay then, thanks. Be back in a little. She says. Yeah, no problem. How many of these do I have? I have 7. Let's see, how many do you need to make another portal? You need 3, 4, 5. I mean, you need 7. I think I have enough. I can get around. Ah! Not good, not good. Well then, we're just gonna have to do this. Crystal says I'm just gonna listen for a while, not very talkative. That is also fine. You just had surgery. You get to do whatever you want. Oh, man. Okay. There we go. Hey. Dancing Baloney asks, how long are you giving the Dems to clean house before giving up entirely? I'm losing more and more patience every day. There is always more, and it is always worse. The problem always has been Republicans fall in line and Democrats fall in love. So we fight over ideological purity and vote based on that, and the Republicans vote in lockstep and all just agree on their one-party platform of more money for us and fuck you. It's easier to whip votes with that. But I do like that they control all three houses of government right now and aren't able to do shit. Nothing has happened. It doesn't mean it won't, but it is just hilarious watching them step on their own dick over and over and over again after sweeping the House, campaigning against a healthcare plan that was their idea to begin with. But a Democrat passed it, so it's bad. Why do I keep trying to sleep? What was I doing? Got caught up in PolitiChat. I'm getting a fairly respectable horde here. But how do you win all three houses of government campaigning against your own idea and then be completely unable to enact any agenda? Not even a bad one. Not even one I would hate. Where am I going to put this nether portal? First things first. Do some chores. Ha! By running against a party that's almost as shitty and doesn't have the courage of their convictions. Yeah, that's it. That's absolutely it. It's maddening. And it's also maddening watching everybody do the false equivalence parade of, well, they're both the same and they're both just as bad as each other, and you know, they both suck. And it's like, yeah, I don't, I'm kind of with you, but one is demonstrably worse. I vote ideological purity in primaries, motherfucker. Can't do that shit in the general. There's too much at stake. That's just my opinion. Okay. Oh God, I'm doing it again. If you guys weren't here, that'd be it. It'd be hours of me spending all of my time clearing tall grass out of the entire spawn area because it is abhorrent to me and it needs to be punished. I'll do this little area. Alright. Well, full disclosure, I Bernie or Buster and I live in Michigan. Bernie or Busted and I live in Michigan. Oh. Ooh. Yeah, I ain't gonna yell at you. I did caucus for Bernie, though. I was a hold my nose and vote for Hillary person. Oh, I'm doing it again. I need some flint. And none of this is becoming flint. Come on, man. Give me some flint. Not happening. I phone banked and canvassed for Bernie as well. Yeah, he was so my guy. And my wife at the time talked about, she was a Hillary even in the primary. And we talked about it exactly one time. And she said, like, well, why Bernie and not Hillary? And I gave lots of reasons, but I said the most important thing is that there has been a 25 to 30 year smear campaign directed at Hillary Clinton, and most voters don't know anything. All they know is rumblings. All they know is, well, I heard she was corrupt, right? There's something there. There's, finally, got my flint. There's something about that, right? And hilariously ill-informed people. You know, there are people out there saying that, oh, well, she definitely killed all those people, you know, and that was a problem that... But not as big a problem as just the waves of people who went, well, isn't there something to her corruption, right? Maybe? And I was like, that's going to depress the down ticket. I never thought she would have lost to Donald fucking Trump, ever. Until the debate. When the debate happened, I watched that debate, and everybody was like, oh, she kicked his ass. And I was like, no, she didn't. She didn't at all. She really needed to hit him harder to appeal to his people, because to his people, they just saw a ranty man shouting a woman down, and that excited them. That was what they wanted. So to them, the facts didn't so much matter. Like when Obama had his continue, Senator moment. Like that was kind of what swayed that debate, in my opinion, was basically that rap battle moment where somebody finally got to go, oh! So anyway, never thought she would lose, but I was like, she'll win, but we won't control the House because she's not gonna excite voters like Bernie is. And when people turn out, Democrats win. That's just how it's been. When enough people show up, I pointed to her actually horrifying statements regarding encryption, supporting flag burning as a jailable offense. Yeah, absolutely. When arguing, that is. Yeah, oh yeah. Like, the super predators thing. not on board. But these were things that 30 years ago, a lot of them were things you had to say to be politically viable as a Democrat where they were running. Meanwhile, Bernie's been saying the same shit for 40 fucking years. Remained politically viable. Funny going back, and I mean, the last productive thing to do is to keep litigating the 2016 election for 4 years. But it is fun to talk about sometimes, just not every day. Don't let it dominate the discussion. I was also pretty surprised by the results, Dancing Baloney says. Didn't think it was going to be an electoral blowout. Yeah, that was... woof. Did not see it coming. I mean, I didn't see it coming until the debate, and then I was afraid, but I kind of didn't believe it could happen still, but I was afraid. And then we got the October surprise. And holy crap, that was it. Huh. You don't even have anything to trade. You're worthless. Oh, I did not do that right. Ah, bummer. But here we are. Orange Julius Caesar is president. And I have to be afraid to be queer again. I mean, I never stopped. And living here in Seattle, people forget, ah, I have one less than I need. We get all back patty with ourselves for being such a liberal city, but somebody lynched a Muslim, like, in November, I think, or August. Like, just right outside of town. Poison rhetoric, man. It energizes people. Baloney says Jesus. Yeah, heavy topic, man. But it's everywhere. It's not just, oh, those backward southern states. We cured racism ages ago. It's those southern states that have the problem. No, man, it's everywhere. I need another brick. Yes, there we go. Now I can light fires. It's an interesting juxtaposition, the relaxing, repetitive tasks of Minecraft and me getting furious about the state of politics. Alright. How am I gonna get... You know what? I don't think this is lava. I'm gonna harvest. Give up on that dream right now. Oh, crap. UK appears... Oh, here we go. Well, Mansion... Feinstein have primary opponents now, so I haven't given up hope, and the UK appears to be figuring things out slowly. Yeah, that big... It's starting to feel like that big wave of fascism branded as populism. Feels like that's kind of over. I feel like Trump might have been the bridge too far, where everybody went, oh, shit. This isn't funny anymore. I'm hoping. Crossing my fingers. But Macron, or however you pronounce his name. Not good with French names. That felt like a good sign. That felt like... Maybe the pendulum swing wasn't going to be... Maybe we were done. Here in Seattle, we raised the minimum wage to $15, and it hasn't even taken effect yet. And there was just this dumbass study that came out that is just getting eviscerated by actual peer review about how, haha, Seattle, you thought you'd get your paradise with your $15 an hour, but look at these horrible effects it's having, and the study turned out to be complete shit. But I will never, ever, ever understand people arguing against having a living wage. But I know people like that here. I know people here in this city who are friends of mine who firmly believe if my boss gives me more money, I won't have a job. And I'm like, if you have to work for slave wages, then your boss sucks. Your boss is bad at business and should make way for somebody who isn't, who can pay you. But even $15 is a frickin' joke here, dude. A house costs $500,000. Rent is $1,500 a month minimum. $15 an hour is just not gonna cut it. Oh, I never... What am I doing? Building stairs is what I'm doing. Still better in terms of rent, etc. than California, I hear. Yeah, it pretty much goes like New York, Silicon Valley, us. And then Vancouver, Canada was having this the problem, too. And they stopped it. They passed some laws that got foreign investors out of their real estate market, from what I've been told. And we still have that problem. People are treating our real estate market as a cash grab. I just sent some stairs through a portal. I didn't. Oops. All right. Well, let's see if I can get those. I don't want to take my diamond pickaxe. But I live right now in a tiny little townhouse. And it's like $500,000. You can uncomfortably live 2 people here. There's one of the bedrooms is literally the size of a closet. And there's, you got the master bedroom and then the living room. And that's it. It's the size of a tiny 2-bedroom apartment. And they're just tearing down all of the single-family homes and building 4 of these. And they're all worth $500,000, and nobody can afford them. Or they're just tearing down everything and building giant condo complexes. This whole neighborhood that I'm in used to be single-family homes, and now it's condos. And I'm trying not to, NIMBY that. I'm trying, not my backyard. Because people got to live somewhere. But the problem is, from what I understand, nobody's living in those condos. It's just a lot of foreign investment firms from out of state, out of country, buying up properties in Seattle with the intent to flip them. And that's going to create a bubble and make it so nobody can live here. Or nobody can really afford to live here. And that's already happened to, pretty much everybody I know got priced out of Seattle. I lucked out because I had this place. I inherited this place. I had to lose a father to afford to live in Seattle, but I can still afford to live in Seattle. That sweet, sweet generational wealth. It was the only way I was ever going to live. I mean, that's the only way anybody can afford it. It's so fucked up. Even I know most of the people I know work in tech. They're project managers at Microsoft, and they can't afford a home here. So who can? Who is living here? Who is buying these homes? Okay, so I wanted to drop off my nicest stuff. Definitely gonna need that. I can afford to lose the rest of this. Let's go see what hell looks like. Well, I need some kind of pickaxe. Well, that is a much grimmer picture of Seattle than was painted for me on Slashdot. Also, hell is the best part of this game. Yeah, I mean, Seattle is... What's happening is that people from the Valley are like, it's way too expensive to live here. Oh, Seattle looks reasonable compared to this. And that's driving up prices, too. Because they're like, oh, yeah, man, you get an entire house for only $1.2 million. It's awesome. Why did I come back here again? Oh, I had to build a pickaxe. Oh, come on, Joe. Let's go see hell. Huh. Okay. We're here. I can hear a ghast. Got some pigmen. This is neat. Whoa, yeah. Let's get some bricks and get out of here. I find the Nether genuinely scary. I never stay here for very long. And I never feel safe here. I do have a couple of patches of glowstone here that I will harvest later when I need them. Where's my portal? Shit, man, I'm lost. The sounds are really messed up. I feel like Trent Reznor would not approvingly. Yeah. That's awesome. That is one of the best descriptions I've heard. Back to life, back to reality. Bridges is back. My dad just told me that we have to go out, so it may be longer till I come back, just giving you a heads up. That is totally fine. You don't need to apologize for having a life outside of watching me dig a hole. Well, I've been to the Nether. What should I do now? But I'll watch later after you add well, okay. I don't know what that means, but okay. I'm feeling boring. Let's make a floor. But I'll watch later. Okay, yeah. I already read that. Moo. If I'm reading the wiki correctly, you can make a sustainable chicken farm in hell on the console version. I might have to do that. I've seen people do that. Boy, my friend Jeff, it's too bad it's not too bad he's a father now, but it's too bad he has no time from being a father now. He'd be great to have on this show for Minecraft because he's the kind of guy who, like, makes computers and shit. He's all about gadgets. He makes switching stations for minecarts and trains and all of that. And he made us a sustainable chicken farm that gave us basically functionally infinite cooked chicken and eggs. So it was almost like whenever we'd start a new server, he'd go to town and start making machines, and then pretty soon, like, you didn't have to worry about farming or food or whatever. And then why play the game? Like, we'd get all of our needs met, and then there was no game left. At that point, you might as well be in creative mode. Which doesn't really appeal to me. I like playing with Legos as much as the next person, but for some reason having to earn those Legos... You know, having to source and find all of these pieces is what I enjoy. Nope. Dancing Baloney says, same, I like the risk. Yeah, I don't know what it is. If I just have everything at my disposal, the game doesn't feel fun. I have access to sand. Let's make some glass. Bunny. But, you know, I can get a few more weeks out of this easily because there's still plenty to do. But once you set somebody like my friend Jeff onto a server, he's just like, here's everything you could ever possibly need. And he does it very quickly by building machines. You want diamonds? Here's a bunch of diamonds. You want to go? Here's the crafting table. And I'm like, but that's half of what I was going to be doing with my time. Is okay, make paper, build a farm. Now I have cows, I have leather, I have a source of paper, I have books. I can make bookshelves. I can make a enchanting table. That's, you know, kind of what I'm doing right now with this sugar cane over here. I've never really understood games like Farmville, where the reward for playing the game is that you get to play the game less. It automates tasks. I for some reason that just seems so backwards to me. What happened to this? Glass. I don't need that much. One, two, three. Yeah, but then I gotta sleep right in the middle of my shit. I don't remember how to just make... There we go. Do I not have an axe? I have an axe. Now we can see all of the nothing. Lovely view of a sheep. Dancing Baloney says, never played Farmville. It sounds like plays like a cartoon version of a multi-level marketing scheme. Basically, only instead of money, you make your friends/relatives waste their time clicking on shit. So you can, as you say, not play the game yourself. Or worse, pay someone to click on the shit for you. Yeah! That sounds like Amway, motherfucker! Less ugly. This whole upper part just needs something, and I don't know what. More windows? I don't know. I'll worry about it later. Getting dark. Oh. Awesome. I don't know how loud that is for y'all, but it's pretty loud for me. What time is it? 5 o'clock. I'm gonna go pour myself a cocktail. I'll be right back. We're back. The game is gone for some reason. There we go. Get my chat back. This is my evening. I'm gonna have a nice, relaxing evening. I got my drink. I'm going to do this for another couple hours, and then I'm going to dive right into post-production because there is nothing... there are a few things in life I love more than imbibing bourbon while I edit. I don't think there's a single episode of my show I've edited completely sober. From beginning to... I mean, yeah, I've had editing sessions where I'm not drinking. I don't want to make it sound like every time I edit I'm just pounding bourbon, but, you know, it takes weeks to edit an episode for me. I don't know how other similar shows get one out so quickly. But yeah, over the course of the, you know, the week, I'm inevitably going to have at least one night where there I am polishing off a drink and making cuts. And I love it. It's fun. Relaxing. Sort of like this. I don't really know what I want to do now. These aren't grown yet. A lot of them aren't. Interesting. When in doubt, go mine. I only have 10 torches. This is some quality entertainment. Before, there was lots of people watching a man dig a hole. And talking. So at least there was that. Now it's just me digging a hole. What the? No. Thought about streaming myself. Any pointers? Depends on what I understand is that any stream without face cam is going to have drastically fewer viewers than anyone with. So that's my advice. I liked. I can't tell you how to have a successful show because I don't have one. But as far as the technical aspects, I think my show looks pretty good. I think that, you know, having the overlay up and you know, the poster right above me, and on Mondays when I'm over at the green screen having the little couch in the left corner, like, I think it's kind of neat. Get yourself a good microphone. More diamonds, man. I'm just an embarrassment of riches here. A lot of diamonds. Baloney says, yeah, the show looks fine. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, it's you know, I have a film degree. I did go to school for this shit, but live streaming, I had no idea how to do it. I'd never operated with it, but somebody walked me through using OBS. It's, I don't know, I mean, you probably know of it. Open Broadcaster System. And once I got in there and played with it, and it's kind of amazing. Like, it chroma keys live better than Adobe Premiere chroma keys in post. And I don't know how they managed it with a free piece of software. But they managed it. I have a blue snowball, which I think sounds okay. Yeah. Like, it is not hard to find a good microphone anymore. We are far away from the days of your shitty headset or your shitty little mic that came with the computer. I'm really glad that OBS works so well because it's also on every platform under the sun, and I switch Linux distros like every 3 to 6 months. I tried to take my ex-wife's old ThinkPad, which didn't work anymore as a ThinkPad for some reason. It was just old and slow and broken and terrible. And I was going to put... oh my god. Ubuntu on it. But using the Ubuntu installer bricked my thumb drive. And turned it like nothing will recognize it as a thumb drive anymore. There's no way to fix it. So I was like, I'm not going to brick thumb drive after thumb drive trying to figure this out. I just turned it into a Chromium OS. Why am I up here? Ah, I need another. Drop off loot. Make equipment. But I had problems with OBS until the most recent series of updates. I just couldn't I couldn't get it to capture any games unless I had it capture the entire monitor, and I don't want anybody seeing what's behind the games because who knows what I'll have pulled up. Just got to reformat with NTFS, probs. Yeah, that's the thing. How do you reformat a drive no computer will recognize anymore? So the other thing is that you can get, like, I painted my wall. Not everybody's going to want to do that or be able to do that. But there are, like, basic Twitch green screen kits that you can buy for pretty cheap and just hang behind you if you want to have that effect. A lot of people just don't care. Just stick yourself in a square. Nobody really needs you to be chroma keyed out of the video game. It's fine. But I like it. I like doing both. So yeah, while I cannot give you tips on having a successful show, I feel pretty okay giving advice about look and sound. Yeah, let's just call that good. And I just started, and I can tell you, so far, it's fun. It'd be nice if there were more people here, but takes what I can get. I do like having the painted wall, though. I just, and I hung that light rig so I don't have to use the stands anymore, and it's wonderful. I can just plop down and make a video, or plop down and do a stream. It isn't a huge ordeal getting everything set up. thought about running, making that a business. Like, hey, come over and I'll shoot your dumb video. You know, like, I see all these people with YouTube shows where they're just like talking into the camera on their MacBook, and I'm like, come on over, pay me a little money, I'll shoot you on this, or whoever, you know, just having a green screen with a light, you know, with pre-hung lights and whatnot. You'd think I'd be able to make some money with that. I've considered it. The Seattleites have a real problem with asking for money. On the whole, we just want to be helpful, for the most part, till we're angry. Dark side to every... And I don't want to stereotype Seattle either, but because there's a wealth of different kinds of people here. But on the whole, people, especially people from the Midwest who move here, are just dumbfounded at how weird we are about money. My brother-in-law moved here, and he's a contractor. He's the kind of guy that if you gave him the materials, he could build you a house. And he had trouble. It's not just that we're weird about asking for money. It's we're weird about paying for things, I think, which surprised him. He had a number of clients that just went, oh, well, can you just come in and proximity to Canada will do that. Yeah. Can you just come in for an extra day or whatever? And he's like, if you pay me. And we're really bad about that here in Seattle. Most people. We're yeah, I guess I'll just come in and, you know, just do you the favor or whatever. And in different parts of the country, everybody's like, no, fuck you, pay me. And I've discovered that that's actually one of the things that kills my job, is being a filmmaker here, is everybody works for free. Everybody works for exposure. And so there's no just like, here's the jobs board. Are you an experienced sound guy? Are you an experienced, you know, whatever? Do you have a CV? One of my problems is that when I went to film school, I wasn't thinking that I would go work on other people's stuff. I just wanted to make a show like mine. And so I learned everything, kinda. I didn't specialize, okay, well, I'll be a sound guy. That'll be the way I make money. Or I'll be video editing. That's what I'll do to make money. It was I want to make a show, and I want to be able to do it by myself. Because I'm tired of depending on people to show up in order for me to be able to make a thing. And that's, you know, you can't really make a film with just one person. It's a whole team, it's a whole, yeah, so I didn't specialize. So I'm basically a filmmaking Swiss Army knife. I am the shitty version of every tool instead of one tool that does its job really well. I can do it all, kinda. But yeah, I've thought about just getting on the call boards and being like, But everybody works for free, and it's just, our efforts are meaningless. Our efforts are valueless the moment somebody is willing to do them for no money. And if the entire town, as a filmmaking presence, all stood together and said, fuck you, pay me, I think you'd find there'd suddenly be money to go around. I don't think it's that everybody can't afford to make a thing, and that's the only way to make things is for free and for love. I think that we all worked for free too often, and now everybody goes, hey, if you go to Seattle, you can get a lot of people who will work for no money. But this is in every industry. I just know it best from this one. Well, not this one. This is me in my garage streaming video games to 5 people on the internet. But filmmaking. And that is what I will be doing for the rest of the evening. As soon as this stream ends, I'm diving right back into post-production. I had to devise a system for the show that YouTube, if you use video from movies, has robots that go take your video down and give you copyright strikes, which violates fair use. Because if I'm doing a commentary of the movie, that is textbook fair use, and I'm not redistributing the whole of the movie. I'm distributing bits and pieces of it that I'm talking about. Textbook fair use case. But YouTube is run by robots, and I mean that literally. I don't just mean like, oh, you corporate drones. I mean, there are literally robots that go scrub all of YouTube of all of its copyrighted content. And so I'm trying to devise a system that looks good, of having the clips that I show not just be the clip from the movie. And I kind of made it look a lot like this, where I put a little couch with the logo, like the one above me right now, here where I am, and then a poster of the movie above me, and then the movie over here. And I'm gonna, hopefully that'll, and I, feathered the edges a little bit, so hopefully their robots don't recognize everything. But I'm tired of fighting bogus copyright strikes. Hey, who's shooting me? Oh look, I have a bow now, but it has no life. Please die. Wow, I'm gonna die. Are there ways to chop and screw the footage so that doesn't happen? I remember H-Bomber Guy managed to get his Sherlock back up by distorting the footage a bit. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm trying to do. There are people better at that than I am, but they're learning all the tricks. Like, YouTube is figuring out that, oh, certain people are just putting up copyrighted content with filters on it. The big one in the beginning was people would just put it up mirror flipped. And they got wise to that real quick. So, like, this will work for a few weeks, and then the robots will figure it out. And it's not, I don't think they want to take down shows like mine, but the robots want to take down, because there are whole, I've seen them, there are whole YouTube accounts that just post, like, here's a movie. Here's the whole movie. And you have to watch it screwed up and distorted so that YouTube won't take it down. So now YouTube takes those down too. It's a pain in the ass. You say, probably using chop and screw wrong. I just like the way it sounds. You know what? It got the point across completely. And in filmmaking, that's really all you need. And there's different slang. You know what's funny is that in filmmaking, there's different slang for different towns. And a lot of it's the same. You know, you can go to any film set anywhere and go, I need a half apple Broadway. And everybody, most people will know what you mean. And that means I need an apple box, a half an apple box, and I need it set up this way, not this way. Or no, New York, not Broadway. Because it's New York is this way, California is this way. Because New York is tall and California is flat. So there's lots of things that you can say on a film set that everybody will know. But there's other things where, yeah, C37s are clothespins everywhere, but there's going to be a different name for all the different lenses. There's going to be, a different name. It's just the slang that builds up everywhere. And it's all a bunch of bullshit, nonsense technical terms. So chop and screw, I totally got what you meant. And you could even bullshit your way into going, oh no, it's that's what we call it back in Philly or wherever you said you were from. Michigan, I think. If it is Michigan, I have been to Kalamazoo, and I bought a shirt that said, yes, there really is a Kalamazoo. I never wore it, I just liked it. In fact, you'll notice that I only wear white or black t-shirts. Just period. It's the Joe uniform. Wow, I should probably bank all my stuff. Yeah. Baloney says, pirates ruin everything for everyone, can't have nice things. Pretty much. I engaged in a lot of piracy in my younger days. So I feel like sometimes these things that screw me because pirates are still a thing is karmic justice. But I was a broke kid with no money and no morals. I feel like being a teenager is almost its own disorder. I tend to be a little morally flexible or just selfish. But then again, I'd met teenagers who were perfectly lovely people and didn't do things like that. Uh-oh. Guess who forgot to unplug the water heater again? I have a little trick where I have a blue rubber band right next to the door, so that if I see it, I know to plug the water heater back in. So every time I unplug it, I put it on there, because too many days I woke up and either I or my wife had no hot water because I was doing something that required silence in the garage the night before. I felt terrible every time. I mean, not having a hot shower in the morning and then going to teach school children all day, I would have divorced me a lot sooner. That thing makes a good racket. Yeah, sure does. It also means me filming and hot water are mutually exclusive. So better hope I don't need any hot water shortly after filming. What the hell am I doing? Just randomly wandering around. Nope. Yes. Dirt. Do I seriously not have a pickaxe still? I thought I just made one. I wound up talking a lot more than I thought in this stream. I thought it was going to be like yesterday where there's just huge, huge, huge stretches of silence. And the sunset. Get away from me, fly! I've got the garage door open because I like playing video games outside. It makes me feel less like I'm a creepy shut-in. I'm sorry, Squid. I want to get rid of... I just so want to get rid of this lone rogue sugarcane, and I can't. Fine, you live there now. So the weather's pretty nice there now. Oh, dude, it was 96 degrees the other day. And here's the thing about Seattle. It is hot for 3 non-consecutive weeks a year. So nobody here owns air conditioning. Just about nobody. So when we do hit 96 or, you know, even 85, it's miserable here. And I spent all of my childhood summers in Texas. And everybody's like, oh, the heat must have been miserable. And I was like, it's not nearly as bad there, because there you go from one air-conditioned bubble to another. You go from your house to your car to the mall to where, you know, to a movie theater. And here, just you lay around and you be miserable. Today's very nice though. In fact, it is sunny and... Come on, load up. Sunny and 69 degrees. No complaints. So I'm in my shorts and a t-shirt playing video games outside, kind of. But Pride weekend, man. Ooh boy. It was hot. I'm sad Pride is over. Oh God, I'm doing it again. If I post-produce these videos at all, the whole point of doing them is so I don't have to post-produce them and I still have content, I would totally add a running tally with a ding every time I get sidetracked cutting down tall grass. So I have diamonds, you know... Alright, that's going to turn into paper. I need a farm. Let's do farm. Let's make farm. To make farm, we must make wood. I don't have a big clear area I can just plant trees, but I guess that's... I will make one. I hate to harp so much on the weather, because it's literally the example of a topic we use to describe banal conversation. But Seattle doesn't really have weather as much as a real city does. It's we don't get that hot, we don't get that cold. We have extreme weather for, like I said, like 3 non-consecutive weeks a year. It snows once every 4 years. And when it does, we're all hills, and everybody thinks they're better than they are at driving in it, and there's tons of accidents, and we just suck. But whenever any smug Midwesterner goes, we all know how to drive in the snow, I go, yeah, we get snow once every 4 years, and there are 2 plows for the entire county. Baby Driver comes out this weekend, hashtag hype. I don't know, what is Baby Driver? I don't know what that is. And there went my shovel. Edgar Wright's action comedy thing. Oh man, there's a new Edgar Wright movie. I didn't know. Awesome. I love it when good news sneaks up on me. I didn't know what he was working on after he walked off of Ant-Man. And I don't know about anybody else, but I really fucking loved that 3rd movie in the Cornetto trilogy. The Something Mile? Hasn't made a film I haven't enjoyed yet, and there is nothing else out, so I'm probably going, right on, man, do it. I keep wanting to call it The Green Mile. Totally different movie. What was the movie with the 3rd movie in the Cornetto trilogy with the pub crawl? The World's End. There we go. I loved it. It was by far the least well received of the 3 Cornetto trilogy movies. That being, you know, Hot Fuzz, and Shaun of the Dead. But I fucking loved it. I thought it was great. And there was a lot of meaning there, where there was like 12 bars, and each of them kind of represented the 12 steps from the Big Blue Book. He said, sipping bourbon. And I just, you know, it's just a fun movie. It was nice to have a protagonist that was sadly clinging to his past not be portrayed as being correct. I was a big fan of that. Alright, well, those are going to take a while to grow in. Let's see if we can't. Can't just farm what's here. I'm going to need to go refresh my drink in a moment. Why are you still here? You must still have a stump in here somewhere. There it is. Is there anything else going on in politics aside from single payer failing in California? Shitty single payer, by the way, failing in California, and the healthcare bill being tabled. I don't like that it didn't even get to go to a vote, because somebody was recorded pretty recently saying we need to show them a body. We need this bill to fail in a way that the party then moves on to tax cuts and just leaves healthcare alone. Fuck it, Obamacare's the law of the land. We're never going to pass this disaster of a bill. So I'm sad. I'm a little worried that it never even got to a vote. To a vote. I would rather it got to a vote and was decisively fucking booted. Because now they're just gonna amendment until they can get the 51 votes. And that scares me. I'm dating these broadcasts by talking about current events, but fuck it. You should have been here live. Slice of time. You, in the future, watching this on YouTube. Or whatever Glorgle Tube or whatever replaces YouTube in 15 years. Yes, Glorgle Tube. That's my bold prediction. Nope. Stop it. Whoa, here we go. Dancing Baloney says, the Democrats could get on board with single payer and nip this thing in the bud once and for all, but they're all corrupt as fuck, so we're just going to have this ping pong game until 2018. Yeah. The conversation that should be happening now is full single payer now. I don't necessarily think the reason it isn't is corruption. It is absolutely that. That is true. But I think another factor is just in a lot of... One of the problems with the Democratic Party is that we have a lot of Democrats that are basically Republicans. And we need them to continue being that because they're unfucking electable in their home states unless they are just basically a Republican who has some Democratic leanings and caucuses with the Democrats. Because there's a lot of places where culturally any Democrat just ain't gonna win unless they start appealing to those kinds of people. So what the fuck do you do? Like, those people will all lose their ass on full single payer for all, and then we lose seats, and then we lose votes, and then we lose power, and then we lose control. So it's just being a Republican is a box this big, and being a Democrat is a box this big, and getting us all the fuck on board is super difficult because we're diverse. We're not all straight white dudes. I'm being dismissive and overly simplistic here, but yeah. Dancing Baloney says, I don't know, man. I've seen the videos of Bernie Sanders getting people on board with single payer in heavily red towns. Fuck yes, dude. Like, it wouldn't just take, like, getting on board. It would take a messaging campaign and just video after video of that. We're shit at marketing. And I'll tell you what it is. It's trucks and guns and toxic masculinity. It's the right is the party of men, manly men, and the left is the party of the bleeding heart hippie liberal douchebag. You know, the Van Driesen from Beavis and Butthead. You know, that's the image of a Democrat versus a Republican. Which is why I'm still fucking furious at Anthony Weiner. We needed him. He was he was a fucking spitfire that would scream our message loudly, and then he turned out all that shit. Fuck you, man. You were wasted potential. Keep it in your fucking pants. So anyway, they're really good at marketing. They're really good at going, you know, there's this Bo Burnham song about stadium country that's like dirt road, cold beer, blue jeans, red pickup. And Snowbound said same thing happened to Edwards in the aughts. Yeah, man. We fucking needed you, goddammit. Fuck. Keep it in your fucking pants. So, but it's a politician, and people who seek power are going to seek power in other areas of their life too. Politicians are prone to philandering. So, we just lost this messaging battle of real men are Republicans. We like trucks. We like beer. We like meat. Them faggy Democrats, they want to take away your trucks and your beer and your meat, and they want to regulate it. And more than anything else, that's how we lose. That's it, is marketing. And we are shit at marketing ourselves. And we do nothing to combat that image. Nothing. My part is I will fucking swear loudly, and that's one of the reasons why I swear on my show. Because yeah, I'm a fucking total bleeding heart fucking liberal faggot, but I shouldn't use that word even to describe myself. I apologize. It's triggering to a lot of people. But I am queer if it helps. It doesn't. But, you know, Snowbound says, and I don't care, I cannot blame Biden for deciding not to run in 2016. Yeah, man. That would have been fucking great. That would have been absolutely fucking great. I still haven't forgiven Joe Lieberman for single-handedly fucking killing the public option of Obamacare. I'm still mad about that. I'm still mad about shit that happened years ago. I need a break. I need to go get a drink. Because I've stopped playing the game and I'm just ranting and getting mad. I'll be back. Alright, you guys, stay tuned. And we're back. Okay, I'm calmer. A little calmer. Maybe you came for the fire. Maybe you came for the anger. See me just scream about how shit Democrats are at marketing themselves. Who would you guys, let me ask you this, who would you guys like to see run? Because it's undoubtedly going to be Cory Booker. He's already doing it. And then Zuckerberg is already running for president, and it's super gross. And with, I don't want politics to be that. Tulsi Gabbard, I'm not aware of who that is. That's Dancing Baloney's vote. Dude, if either combination of Al Franken and Elizabeth Warren ran, they might be unelectable, but I would love it. I would love it so much. Tulsi Gabbard is... Oh, Booker's probably fine. Duckworth might be an option. Snowbound says. Okay, we got enough wood to build fences. I just don't know who could, who is in the middle of the Venn diagram of good policy, marketable, and can win? I don't know who that is. And it'd be wonderful if Bernie Sanders could just de-age himself by 15 years and run again. Dancing Baloney says, in terms of who can win, I don't know. Yeah, we gotta, it's just, you know what's gonna happen. You know everybody's gonna run on, I'm not Donald Trump. And that's not gonna resonate. It's not gonna work. Now I'm getting pessimistic. Now I'm terrified. This whole thing is just... We're going to march gleefully into another decisive loss and wonder what the fuck happened and then spend the next 4 years relitigating another election. But my dream is to watch Tulsi run on a small donor money campaign and trump the fuck out of everyone on stage. Who is that? Tell us... New Mexico? Who is it? I'm not exactly in a position to Google some shit right now. I don't know how this person is just so out of my purview that I've never heard the name. Hawaii second. Oh, right! Gotcha. She was pretty, is this the woman who was really vocal about the travel ban and she's already pro single payer and she endorsed Bernie when few others wanted to. Fuck yeah, man. Where the hell am I going to build this farm? And she's military, so she can credibly rip everyone's faces off during a debate. Totally. It'll be interesting, like, it would be interesting watching the Republican Party squirm trying to reconcile that weak woman thing that they always do with her military record. That would be fascinating. But they are the party of cognitive dissonance, so I know they could do it, and they could do a backflip while they were doing it, but counterpoint, Kerry was military. Yeah. Yep. Swift boating is a thing. Military doesn't count if you're a Democrat. Yeah. Like I said, they would do it. They would find a way to do it, and they would backflip while they were doing it. But I'm always fascinated by how they can always contort. Dancing Baloney says to Snowbound, Kerry was weak sauce, though. The next Dem has to come out swinging. Absolutely, I agree. I don't like that there's zombies under my house. This tree is big. Baloney says they have to be a mean SOB like Trump. Yeah, this is what I was saying earlier, is during that debate, everybody was like, Hillary won, and I was like, no, she can't be the adult in the room in this fight. She can't afford that. She can't just beat Donald Trump on our terms, on the libs' terms. She has to beat him on their terms. She has to make him look like a weak doofus. And that didn't happen. She made him look stronger. He looked like an idiot, but nobody cares about that. At least nobody on their side. They just want the shouty man to keep shouting. Snowbound says, my concern is that there is a non-zero chance that the 2020 election will be run comparably to Russian/Chinese candidacy, and no matter who the opposition nominates is likely to see litigation and legal challenges regardless of legitimacy. Yeah, that's a whole other thing. I don't get how... I mean, I do. It's because things only matter when Democrats do it. But I don't get how every law enforcement agency is like, Russia definitely fucking hacked our election. Isn't a bigger deal than it is. And it's... How is that not... I mean, it's... How is not the biggest piece of front page news of, like, our democracy is fucking under attack? And the only thing I can think of is that Fox News has been saying things like, our democracy is under attack for so long that now there's nowhere else to go when it actually happens. It's like, we've compared everybody so thoroughly to Hitler in every argument for so many decades that now that we have somebody approaching Hitler, we don't get to... That comparison is meaningless. Because we kept saying it when it didn't really apply. And so now democracy actually being under attack is like, yeah, well, whatever. You've been saying that the whole time. Jesus, come on. There we go. Boy, I sure got a lot of wood very, very quickly. I can pick that up whenever. Baloney says, well, that and people don't see much difference between Trump's Russia ties and everyone else's open, brazen corruption. Taking millions from the same people they're supposed to be regulating. Yeah, Yeah, man. Regulatory capture is a hell of a fucking thing. Personally, I'm tired of the Dems using it as a smokescreen. Says Baloney. Yeah, at Pride, I signed every petition I could find and donated to a bunch of stuff. And every single one of them at the end said, what do you, it had this list of issues on their little tablets. It was like, what do you care about the most? And I had to put money in politics. Because everything else stems from that. We legalized bribery. How is anything supposed to function properly ever again? Snowbound says, I'm willing to give the investigation time to work. It takes time. Watergate took years to resolve. It doesn't mean don't stay mad, but we can't indict yet because that work isn't done. I agree. The Russia thing is going to take a long time. Or he'll fire Mueller. Could happen. But if you fire Mueller, you open a can of fucking worms. Firing Comey opened a can of fucking worms. Firing his, the person in charge of, yeah, oof. Why am I just running around in circles? Building trees? I need to figure out where I'm going to put this farm. Biggest mistake I always seem to make is putting it too close to my house. So I have to listen to moves when I'm fucking working in there. So let's clear. Let's clear this. Maybe. Not enough room. Too many hills. Too many hills. I can always just build it in the desert. Shoo fly. Don't bother me. Baloney says we won't even have the votes to do it for another 2 years. Yeah. Yep. If we even get them then. Like you said last week, we keep losing these special elections. I don't know. A lot can change. Where the crap am I going to build this farm? What's up? All right, let's really get into it. Where are you guys on Comey? Fuck it, I'm on my second drink. Let's just talk about it. Let's just do it. Farm would work really well right here, but it's too close to the fucking house. Snowbound says, hang on, need whiskey first. Yeah, you catch up, motherfucker. I'll just do this. I'll just do this every Tuesday. We can just get together and drink and talk politics, and that'll be the Tuesday show. Alright. Gotta actually build a thing and do some work now. Baloney says, did something new happen with Comey? I'm behind Drat. No, I'm just talking about, like, we were all furious with Comey in October for saying, hey, more email shit is out there and we are going through it. And now he got fired and we're all like, but he was investigating Trump, and it's just... I'm just interested to see where you guys landed on him before I give my opinion. But in the meantime, I gotta build some shit. Okay. So it's this. Oh, for fuck's sake, come on. It's this or the reverse. Yeah, oh, okay, that's a gate. I don't need a gate, so I tried to right-click on it to not have it. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. That was stupid. No? How do you make a fence? It's got to be in here. Ah, there we go. I made way too many poles. I got it completely wrong. Baloney says, if Hillary had just followed the damn rules, she probably wouldn't have been in that situation. Oh, wow, I missed some stuff. Oh, yeah. That election was hers to lose. Absolutely private email server fucking... There's a million things that if any one of them was different, she would have won. And there was just so many of them. It was death by a million paper cuts. Snowbound's doing Maker's Mark, Angostura, and pickled raspberries. I hope I pronounced that right. I don't know what that middle one is. I used to be a fucking bartender. Not a good one, though. Need more wood. All right. It's the bitters with the label that doesn't fit right. Oh, yes! Yes, it is. All right. Hey guys, thanks for showing up and drinking and talking politics. I'm having fun. I'm gonna put my farm in a desert. Because fuck you. That's why. Yeah, one more. What the hell are sheep attracted to? What do they eat? It ain't that. It ain't an apple. Is it hay? Or wheat? Everybody, it used to be wheat for every animal, and then they updated. And now I can never remember. Yeah, it's here we go. All right. Get in the jail. There you go. Baloney says, I thought it was pretty funny that Twitch streamed the Comey testimony on the front page. That's your hot take on Comey? All right. Respect. No, 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 no. You go down there, and you can't get out. That's troublesome. Did they update this so this trick doesn't work anymore? Snowbound says, I'm actually glad they did. It's what new media should be for. Fuck yeah, it should be! Absolutely. Come here. Now, at what point do we stop calling it new media? I watched live streams in 1997. Now, granted, they sucked. Because Real Player is, was, and always will be garbage. When there's newer media? Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, that'll be it. I don't know that we're going to get past a computer in every pocket. I don't know if there's anything... Baloney says we stop calling it new media when we're prepared to call everything else old, because it is. Yep. You ain't wrong. Ha. All right, so my hot take on Comey. Comey's fine. Yes, I am as angry as everybody else about October. And he almost single-handedly handed the election to Donald Trump. But, like I said, that was death by 1,000 paper cuts. There are tons of other things that if Hillary had done differently, like, I don't know, campaigned in the fucking Midwest a little more. You know, we wouldn't be looking at this reality. But I think that James Comey, in thinking, well, Hillary's definitely going to win. What happens if I don't release this information now? And it only comes out after the election. Donald Trump is already saying that he might not accept the results of the election. That he might not concede. That he might insist that the election was rigged against him. So what do I do if I'm James Comey? I put the information out there knowing that Hillary is going to win. And then she didn't. So I totally understand what happened with James Comey. And I kind of feel bad for the guy. Even though, yeah, it doomed our shit. And we're in this dark timeline because of that happening. But if one of any of a fucking 1,000 other things didn't happen, or Hillary, you know, campaigned better, we also wouldn't be here. It wouldn't have mattered. It wouldn't have mattered as much as it did. That race should not have been close. That race should not have been close enough for Comey's, hey, there might be more emails, we don't know what's in them, to matter. But it did matter. And that's my Comey hot take. What am I doing? Let's see. Okay, that's that. So here's a little trick in case y'all didn't know it. Take your farm, you fence your animals in. You might know this, but somebody might not. And then you put carpet here on the entrance. You can get in and you can jump out, but the animals can't. So you don't have to open a gate. You don't got to worry about them escaping. You can just fucking hop in and out, no problem. Not an issue. Baloney says that is a good trick. Yeah. I wish I was clever enough to have come up with it myself, but okay, how many squares across is this guy? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's pretty sweet. As I got so fed up with all of my animals, like especially chickens. You open that fucking gate door and they just pour out. And you can't get in. So you build it into the ground. And just jump in and out. Oh, by the way, might as well. While I'm here. So there you go. Your evening spent listening to me talking politics at least netted you one trick in Minecraft. Oh, dumbass. Come on, Joe. I saw a cactus and I panicked. Speaking of which. Wait a minute. Oh, damn it. I counted 7, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How on earth? Cool. Let's go get some cows. Come here. Come here, you. And you. Wake up. Come on, buddy, wake up. Yeah, there you go. I've only got one of them now. Come here. Pay attention to the wheat. Yes. Whatever, I'll come back for you. Come on! I've always found this process to be very frustrating. Get in. Come on. There you go. Now you're trapped. Get in, dude. Awkwardly floating is not what I want. There we go. Come on. I'm not going to get all of the boxes that I want, and that's okay. Alright. Got a functioning farm that'll provide me with food that is not carrots. I need a refresher. I'll be right back. I just realized you could all hear that, even though I'm at intermission right now. Whoops! And we're back. Oh, lost my chat again. Bad about this. No chat since I left. I don't know that you guys are still here, but if you're not, that's fine. I will play Minecraft on my own. Any chickens anywhere nearby? Build a pen for them anyway. I know we got rabbits, but you gotta dig real deep to get yourself some rabbits. Not early enough to breed yet. Two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oops. Snowbound, still here eternally. A knot of emotional scar tissue held together because suicide is cliche. Did you make that up just now? Because if you did, that is poetry, man. Technically prose, but all the same. That is beautiful. What am I... Food! Food is what I was doing. Is it... Did I make it? Yes. I'm eating in a video game what I actually had for dinner. It's not stolen from anywhere, but it's phrases I've used before. Right on, man. That's great. It's a song lyric waiting to happen. Baloney says, still here, pretending like I'm going to get something productive on this coding project. Ah, another coder. I know so many. Actually, I have a story about that. I, you know, as you might guess, was the resident computer nerd of my family. Still am. I'm still the guy they call when something breaks. I was writing in QBasic when I was 11, and that was going to be my life. I was going to go into tech. And right as I graduated high school, the dot-com bust happened. It was 2000, and the bottom fell out of the economy, and all the tech jobs went away. And I went, well, fuck, I'm not going to get into that. It's gone now. It's, you know, and I made the dumbass decision to not bother continuing to learn or trying. Baloney says there's another coder in here. Probably not right now, but I can't remember her username. But my web developer is one of the people that's usually in here. One of my favorite people in the world. Caspern. Caspern is a coder. She's one of the F12 people. I call you, or at least web developers. I call web developers that. Why did I come back here? I'm already lost again. I got sidetracked. SQL, DBA professionally, but I'm an author by career. Author like literary author? I guess you're both coders. All right, fair enough. How does this keep happening to me? How does everybody who ever winds up watching anything I do, my entire karaoke show was coders. Like half the people who come in here are coders too. Pulp sci-fi and fantasy, new weird modern comedy in quotes because I don't like saying litfic. Right on. One of my best friends is romance author Olivia Waite, who just kind of leans into it's genre fic, fuck off. Yeah, and then Dell, our Wednesday guy, his you know what, never mind. I'm not going to share personal details about him. He can share them with you if he wants, but he's connected to a very famous writer too. I'm here for fence. I'm here for more fence. Do I need to build it? Did I already build it? It ain't here, so I need to build it. Which means I need more wood. My miscellany box is rapidly filling. I know I'm definitely going to need wool. Baloney says QBasic was my first language. Yeah, I was on that path, and then I went another way. Once programming got object oriented, it was a little hard. I couldn't figure it out myself at that point because I was self-taught. I just open other shit and go, oh, okay, this must be how that works. That must be how this works. I get it. But once it went object-oriented, I couldn't do that anymore. I couldn't figure it out. And once HTML got into style sheets, once CSS became a thing, I couldn't just look at it and understand it. I needed somebody to explain it, and I never had that person. I never had anybody doing that. It was always just me figuring shit out. And once it got too hard to figure out on my own, I was just like, all right, fuck it. But I wrote text adventures in QBasic. If it's any consolation, object orientation is garbage and might be starting to fall out of favor. Fair enough, I didn't know. Snowbound says Oracle 12c for... Oh, never mind. That's you guys talking to each other. I don't need to read all that. That's a private conversation. Ish. Okay, so I have that. That's all stored. Need these for chickens. This I can store. As well as... Nope, that's pretty much it. Gonna need that. Oh, this is just a stone in my shoe. Ah! There's a bug on my monitor. It was only a fly, though. Not afraid of flies. Phobias are funny that way. Nope, I needed to build more fence. That's... I have the materials, more or less. Yeah, that'll do it. Let's go find some chickens, y'all. Actually, first things first. With the chicken coop, you want cobblestone. So you can throw the eggs. There went my shovel. We're doing this the slow way. So chickens lay eggs. All the other animals, you can only get them to reproduce by feeding them. With chickens, I like to put a big wall behind the thing. And then, when it's all full of chickens, you can just kind of walk in here and pick up all the eggs, and then jump out and throw eggs at the wall. And that's how you reproduce your chickens. You don't need to actually waste all of your seed. So that's our next step. Gotta find me some chickens. It is night. Fuck off, game. You're drunk. Yeah, you guys almost wound up talking shop. And that's just something everybody I know into... Ooh, pigs. They're useless. Everybody I know who does what you guys do falls into that trap and then goes, fuck, we're doing it again. God damn it. And just... It's easy to fall into that trap. And mad respect to Snowbound for just going like, look, dude, I don't like my job and I don't want to talk about it. You get any number of people in film together, oh, we just tell war stories all day long. It is, oh, I was once on a set, or I once, yeah. You'll never fucking believe what this goddamn director wanted. You'll never believe what happened. Okay, so that's a problem. 12-something friend donated $200. I don't have donations set up. That can't be real, right? Do you guys see that in chat? Who? High friend 12 donated $200. That isn't real. Are you guys here? Do you see this? My guess is that it's an emote. Okay, that's got to be a bot, right? Like that's just some bot. Okay. Not a bot. Definitely responding to me on the stream and not... Yeah, can you just donate to any Twitch stream? Is that a thing? I didn't know that was a thing. What is happening here? Oh, okay. No, $345 more dollars. There's no way. There's just no way. Oh, fuck, I'm surrounded by creepers. Okay, I'm gonna hide. There we... Oh, I got it. I have no idea who you are or what's going on, but I know it's not happening. Creeper. Creeper. This is not great. Run! Creepers everywhere! Yeah, they're fucking around. It's okay, you just did an emote. Is it like IRC, like /me donates blah blah blah? Yeah, makes sense. Nobody has actually donated any money. There is no way of doing that yet. There will be eventually. I'll take stream tips if I ever get big enough. Baloney says, yeah, /me and then whatever. Twitch is based on IRC. I didn't know that. Makes sense, though. Creeper. Okay, well, I'm gonna fuck off and find some chickens. I don't know who 12 High Friend is or where they came from, but hello. Even if you're a prankster, good to have you in the channel. I feel like I saw some chickens around here somewhere. Pigs are useless. Every other animal in this game gives you multiple things when they die. Sheep give you mutton, and they give you wool. Cows give you leather, and they give you meat. Chickens give you feathers, and they give you food. Pigs just give you pork, which, if you already have a functioning farm filled with all 3 other animals, why do you need pigs? They're pointless. Snowbound's back. Hey, man. Lagged out for the duration of that. No problem. I think I see a chicken. Or is that... But we're kind of teetering on the territory of too far away to bother. I got an abundance of sheep and horses. Should be nice once I can find a saddle. No chickens, though. We have all of 10 minutes to go in this stream, unless something supremely exciting happens. So that's the mission. We have 10 minutes to find a chicken. Hopefully 2. Horsies. Snowbound donates a fake $69. Thank you. Chicken? Chicken. We have a donkey! I'll be damned. God, this is I got a really good seed on this. I started right near a town, and do you not care about fucking seeds anymore? Why are you not following me? What's going on? There we go. That's fine. I'll take a chicken over no chickens. This chicken will lay eggs, and then I can potentially produce another chicken with which to breed it. And that'll be the stream. If I can I just gotta get this guy home. We can call it a night. Doing a lot of walking backwards. I don't want to... I didn't bring my compass and I don't know where spawn is. I really, really, really hope I'm going the right way. Please be this way. Do you guys know? Okay, yes, there's my house. And then, as soon as I'm done, I go back to editing the episode I shot on Get Out. Have you guys seen Get Out? Jordan Peele is a fucking genius as far as I'm concerned. Baloney says I need to see Get Out. Yeah, definitely don't watch my episode on Get Out until you've seen Get Out. But it is so worth seeing. Alright, I got a chicken. A Skittle? Sorry, Venture Brothers reference. Oh, hey, here's a whole mess of chickens that are just right near me that I could have easily... Fine. That's fine. So I'd say Get Out has more in common with Evil Dead 2 and Army of Darkness and, like, Cabin in the Woods than it has in common with an actual horror movie. It is in part, it is a deconstruction of horror movies while also being a straight-up horror movie about cultural appropriation gone horribly awry. I have made smaller chickens. I have made tiny cow. Snowbound says, writing NPCs for a new D&D game. I wish there was a names website that wasn't an ad-infested baby names page. I used to have one back when I was DMing. I wish I had the link for you, but I don't. It's gone now. Or sometimes what I just do is just look up a list of Gaelic words, and everybody'd be named Gaelic for what their character was supposed to be. Bridges is back! I'm here right before we end the stream. We're just about done. You missed a bunch of stuff. I made a farm. I have chickens, cows, and sheep. And I have this ingenious system devised by somebody else, which lets me get in and out of my farm to breed my animals without them being able to escape. So yeah, now you know. You learned a trick today. You build a fence, you dig one down, build a fence all the way around, and then you use carpet on top of the fence. And the animals can't get out, but you can get in and out. You don't have to fuck around with gates. Snowbound says, missed it in theaters. Gonna catch it as soon as it's on HBO or Stars. Totes. Please do. Great movie. And it sucks to tell people don't watch my show, but absolutely do not watch the episode until you've seen the movie. And it's taken me, this is one of the problems with post-production, doing your own post-production, is that I write the thing. I write an essay. I write an essay about a movie, and I incorporate video clips while I'm writing it, and then later on, I cut to those clips. And one of the problems with this process is that I get to the editing bay, and I start editing the episode, and I go, oh, I wish I'd written this. I wish I'd written this. I wish I'd written this. And then I keep trying to find ways to edit in the points I wanted to make without having audio or footage of me saying the thing. Yeah, I could set up the camera again and I could just shoot it. And if the point was good enough, I might. But I keep having that problem with this Get Out episode where I'm like, there's so much to say! There's so many good things to say! And I missed a whole bunch. Bridges says, I'm going to have to watch this stream on Twitch. Keep in mind, Twitch only, unless you pay Twitch money, Twitch only keeps streams for 2 weeks. After that, they vanish. So if you're not like me and save everything and then upload it to YouTube, they're just gone. So you'll be able to watch this whole stream with the chat for about 2 weeks and then nothing forever. Except on YouTube. You'll be able to watch it on YouTube tomorrow morning, or tomorrow afternoon, or tomorrow at some point. We are just about done. I need a box. Bridges says there isn't a chat. Yeah, I try to read out the comments for that reason. But if you watch it on Twitch and you rewind it, you can actually follow along with the chat on the right if you have it open. Even if you're watching an archive stream, which I think is super sweet, but unless I pay Twitch money, they just delete that. And there's nothing. And that's why I always try to say what's going on in chat. Because I'm archiving on YouTube. Snowbound says, right now I have Lithuanian baby names and Ghanaian baby names open because those are the two cultures that are most common in the region of the setting. Cool. Hopefully there aren't too many fucking... I'd imagine Lithuanian baby names and Ghanaian baby names wouldn't have nearly as many ads as... Oh my god, American baby names! Which are all Jaden, Caden, Hayden... Not Hayden. Hayden's a real name. For years, baby name lists were dominated by Aiden with a letter before it. Bridges says, well, I like it when you read my comments anyways, so okay. Spot on. Whoops. No. Boxin'. It's my made-up pluralized version of box. Yes, give me that to me. Bridges says, well, sorry I missed the stream. Yeah, hey, you didn't miss it. You were here for the beginning, you were here for the end. You missed some cool shit. Let me, we got to the Nether. Found the diamonds, made the portal. Went over. And then I made a farm. I have farm animals and everything. But we did some stuff. We made some progress on Planet Sofa Justice. Got some zombie pigmen around. Don't piss them off. I'm gonna harvest some of this. Screw it, I'm here. Light arrows? Did I see that right? That's new and weird. I'm not going to take all this. Bridges says, I still feel bad. You don't have to feel bad. Ain't no reason for you to feel bad. You know, yeah. If I can channel my Catholic mother who was, you know, about 80% guilt trip and 20% some other stuff. Yeah, you did make me play Minecraft today and then not show up. But I had a great time. I like Minecraft. It's relaxing. I played Minecraft. I talked politics. I got to build a world. I had fun. You're fine. You don't need to apologize for not watching me dig a fake hole. No, no dice, no new trees. I have an egg, which I know what I'm going to do with that. I didn't know I was going to have to go out. Yeah, that's the trouble with being a kid. Your parents are in fucking charge. My mom, and this was some of the most fucked up shit I've ever heard in my life. My mom would tell me, oh yeah, we're going to McDonald's. And I'd be like, woo, I'm going to get a Happy Meal when I was a kid. And then she'd put me in a car and we'd drive and it would be the dentist. Isn't that fucked up? Like, no wonder I have trust issues. Like, but it is perfectly fine that you had to go out. Baloney says, damn, that's cold. Yeah, man. Real piece of work, that woman. And then years later, I saw that same gag on The Simpsons, and I was like, too real. I don't think it wasn't like, it wasn't McDonald's and the dentist, but it was bait and switch from your parent. It was pretty messed up. And when I saw that on The Simpsons, I was just like, yeah, too real. Too real. Bridges says, my dad, mom does that too, but how can I tell whether they are or not? Do they? That's fucked up. Nobody should do that to a kid, man. That ain't right. Well, I think we're about done. We got our farm, so we're going to have food that isn't carrots and whatnot. We made a portal to the Nether. We got a bunch of diamonds. We mined. We're well on our way toward making an enchantment table. I think that'll be, if I do Minecraft next Tuesday, I don't know what I'm going to do next Tuesday, but if it is Minecraft, that's going to be my mission. Make more cows, make more leather, make books, harvest the sugar, turn it into paper, make a crafting table, and make an enchanting table with full power. Because I'm already at level 22 here. I can start enchanting some shit pretty quick. Fairly soon, I should say. Wow. I actually went 10 minutes over. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, thank you one and all for joining Sofa Justice Warriors Live for this stream of Minecraft and politics and a guy digging a fake hole. After that challenge, Baloney says, Nether Farm. You're going to have to explain that to me. I don't know what that is. That'll happen later, if you're here. It's been an honor and a privilege. Tomorrow, Dell's going to be playing Netrunner. If I know Snowbound's into that. After that, I guess I'll see you Monday. Hopefully I'll have a guest. Because this last Monday, I was like, alright. Dell quit Mondays. He doesn't want to do 2 days a week. That's understandable. That's 6 hours a week of unpaid labor. I mean, granted, it's playing video games, but it's 6 hours a week of unpaid labor. I understand he only wants to do 3, and he only wants to play his game. Cool. Makes sense. But I spent so much time worrying about trying to get guests every Monday that I was like, well, let's just see what happens when I'm on the couch and I'm playing classic games, because that's kind of what I like doing on Monday. By myself. And last night's episode was kind of a fucking train wreck. It was me and Bridges, which is great. Thank you, Bridges. That's why I played Minecraft today, because you were my only company through that whole stream. I don't know how many viewers we had, but you were the only one active in chat. And that might have just been because I keep playing old NES games and nobody gives a shit. Like, unless you're speedrunning, unless you're going for a world record, I don't know that anybody really cares. Don't really know. Hard to guess. Not really sure. But, we'll see what happens Monday. Hopefully I can book a guest. I'd like to book a guest. If not, it'll just be me playing another classic video game again. But so far, Tuesdays yelling about politics and playing Minecraft has been fun. I'm a fan. It has been an honor and a privilege. Thank you, everybody. Good night.